What's up, you guys? Nico here, and today I am back with another episode of Supergirl. This is Season 6, Episode 2, A Few Good Women. And before we jump into that, I would like to remind you about my Patreon, where I post full-length versions of all the reactions you see on YouTube, as well as things you will never see on YouTube. For example, the series Max Reacts, where Max and I react to things Max has never seen before, and post those for my level 5 and up patrons. There are also currently 2 full-length movie reactions up there as well. Wonder Woman 1984, which there is also a cut-down version of on my channel that you can watch as well, and the Snyder Cut. Also, go follow me over on Twitch. I'd like to move all my streaming over there, so if you go follow me over there, that'd be dope. And then if you want to find me anywhere else, all the links will be down in the description box down below. Here we go. That was a hot fucking mess. Yay, music that I'm definitely not gonna get copywritten from. Why is there security at a blood bank? Vampires? Oh, yeah, vampires.
This is going to suck for you.
Kill me, please.
We want you to help us break into the Phantom Zone.
Why in the hell would you want to do that?
Because it's got Supergirl, bitch. I'm underwhelmed by the lack of Lena. I'm only half joking. Poor Kara. My voice cracked there, and I did not mean for it to. Goddamn. Why is Lena not here? Where are we?
Just like my husband did.
The acting is so good. I'm sorry, I can't. The way that's laid out on the screen, his forehead looks giant. That lighting did some weird shit. What was that? It like flashed green. That was weird. The hue shift is weird. Oops, the fuck?
You bear the glyph of my house. So you must...
Dad?
Father?
I'm sorry, what? How did both of her parents survive?
Not a vision. A memory. Gonna be okay now. We're going to...
What if he's not real?
So, will you be
Yay,
watching the
finally.
trial?
Another queen.
Figured you guys could use some lunch.
Are we gonna get to see her tell her?
So,
I'm sorry, has she told Kelly already? Because that's not okay. We need to see her tell Kelly. We need to see that.
Thing that no Phantom can take from you. Look, I know you're scared, but you
This
can
acting
do
is not
this.
great, but
You can build that portal. You can make it work. And when you do,
this is so
we will
cringe.
save Supergirl.
She hasn't told her yet, right?
This isn't easy for me.
Silas, I do not have time. Fix it. Fix it right now.
What the fuck is happening? Why is Lena not here? Why is Brainy not here? Why are the smartest minds on the planet not helping him build this? Why is Jean losing his mind? Why hasn't Alex told Kelly yet? Why haven't we seen it yet? There's just so many questions.
All to avoid punishment for her own crimes. She had the means.
Lena's gonna have to testify. A queen. God, she's so gorgeous. Why is she not worried about her wife? Excuse you, this is out of character.
Any fluctuations, distractions,
fuck are they?
emotional ease. You are not a liability to this mission. You are the reason it's going to succeed.
We love a pep talk. Even if the writing of this episode is cringy as hell. She didn't make it very far.
What could one more witness possibly testify to?
You being a jackass.
Everything else.
A queen! Oh, that walk.
chair.
I need that again. Give me that walk, that strut. A queen.
Everything else.
Oh my god, a runway strut. Oh my god, Max. Look at this runway strut that Lena does to this courthouse.
Everything else.
Look at that strut. That is a power walk right there. Oh.
that's hot.
That's a power walk.
That's hot.
I had to watch it a few times. It was too good to just watch once.
Without me, your precious Nano Cherry would have never gotten off the ground.
So you think you can just take credit for my work?
You're damn right I can.
She's so intelligent. This was her plan. This was her plan all along. A genius. A queen. God, she's so gorgeous and intelligent.
Your dream power helped me in the past. Allow me to repay the favor.
Yes, teamwork.
That's much better.
And in doubt, just whack it.
We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty on all counts.
How exactly? The fuck?
Look, Lex got acquitted, and there is nothing.
Why do they keep cutting her audio so shitty?
Look, Lex got acquitted, and there is nothing.
Who picks up a pizza box like that? Has Alex told Kelly yet? Why is Lena not with the rest of them?
I was just thinking how right you were about methodical planning, without
Of course
ego
she's right,
or
you dummy.
emotion.
I know you're going through a lot. You could talk to me.
He doesn't have to. Aren't you bound together?
These 21st century keyboards suck.
And how am I supposed to accept a world without Kara in it?
So let me get this straight. They made a big deal about her telling Kelly in the last episode. And then they didn't show us her telling Kelly? I would have, that's a scene I would have wanted to see. Way more than the Lex and Lillian in the fucking prison. Like I wanted to see Alex grieving. Like that was the whole setup. That was the whole point. Was she needed someone to confide in. So we needed that scene. We've not had enough Alex and Kelly scenes. That would have been a perfect scene of her breaking down and telling Kelly. Because Kyler Lee can cry like no other. She can do emotional... I mean, Grey's Anatomy was, like, where she really got her, like, real kickoff into the industry. Not that she hadn't done so before, but that's what a lot of people knew her from, and that show's, like, half crying. She can do those emotional scenes so well. So the fact that they didn't show us that? Why? Why? That makes no sense. Like... Whatever. I don't know why I have any expectations for the show anymore, but whatever. It's the bare minimum expectation. That's really all I ask.
So much for not speaking about Lex publicly, huh?
Close the door in her face.
And if the justice system doesn't stop him, then I will.
Again.
I'll drink to that.
Put more bullets into him. Maybe this time it'll actually stick.
Well, then I guess we're gonna have to catch a phantom.
Yeet. That was a really boring episode. Well, that should be easy to cut down. Quite literally nothing exciting happened in that episode. I wonder why. There was no Supercorp, so of course it was boring. There was some Lena, though, which is nice. Yeah, I think the next few episodes are probably going to be boring. I was hoping for more urgency in this episode. Like, they tried to push some urgency, but they weren't pushing the urgency from where they needed to be pushing urgency. First of all, there's no way that trial would have gotten going as fast as it did. Trials take forever to put together, and I assume this is like a day or two after the events of the previous episode, so that's just not how things work. Take the Chauvin case right now. That should happen a year ago and had all sorts of media coverage. This had just as much media coverage, minus the protests, obviously, and it got trial in like 2 days. I know this is a fiction show, but you could have drawn it out a little bit. Like, you could have at least waited a few episodes to throw it in there. So we could have felt that urgency that we needed to feel because Kara is trapped in the fucking Phantom Zone. And we didn't hear Lena speak about it one single time in this entire episode. Why? She's her best friend, so why is she just not caring that Kara is trapped in her worst nightmare? Also, the writing for this episode just was lackluster. It wasn't very good, in my opinion. There were a few good moments, but as a whole, it was really boring. I don't know who directed this, but it was not directed very well. The acting fell flat in a lot of places for me. At least the delivery fell flat in a lot of places for me. So that's disappointing. But yeah, at least it'll be easy to cut down. It'll be like 5-minute reaction. Alright, well, that was Supergirl Season 6, Episode 2, A Few Good Women. Like I said at the beginning, go check out my Patreon and my Twitch and anywhere else on social media you wish to follow me, all of which will be linked down in the description down below. If you want to watch more Supergirl reactions, there will be a card for that at the end of the video, and I probably will try to link it down below as well if I remember. And until next time. You do you. Bye. I watched Supergirl for the plot. The plot? Bunch of photos of Lena Luthor. I mean, where's the lie?
How was your episode?
Boring.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
It didn't sound like you were saying a lot.
Nope. Because nothing interesting was happening. Except for that walk into the courtroom.
How you were really mad that they didn't show something?
Yeah. Because before this episode, Kelly didn't know Kara was Supergirl. So Alex's girlfriend did not know Kara was Supergirl until this episode. Last episode, she still didn't know. And Kara got sucked into the Phantom Zone, and Lena was like, oh, I didn't know Kelly didn't know. You should tell her so you have someone to fucking talk to while your sister's trapped in the goddamn Phantom Zone.
Right.
Then we didn't get to see her tell Kelly.
What? That's so stupid.
Like, they literally had multiple conversations about it last episode, and then we didn't even get to see it.
That's the stupidest shit.
It felt like there was something missing from this episode because we didn't get to see that, you know? Instead, we had Otis in a wig and watching William watch the trial, which was not important in any way, because William is not important in any way. Andrea honestly has no function anymore other than that she runs Catco, and she's just trying to be Cat Grant and not even doing a good job of it. Can we just have Callista Flockhart back, please? There are just so many unnecessary characters in this show. Like, Game of Thrones has a lot of characters in its show, but at least they all get character development, you know?
But this show just has a lot of unnecessary characters that aren't developed enough for you to like them.
Yeah. Or developed in such a way where I don't like them. Like, I cannot like Lex, but he's at least an entertaining character, so I don't mind seeing him on my screen. I saw a little bit too much of him last season. He took over the show a little bit, but I like John Cryer as Lex Luthor, so I'll give it a mild pass. But last episode, they did a really good job. Even if I would have preferred Andrea and William not existed, which is unfortunate because I really like the actress who plays Andrea. She's really dope. But her character has been so pushed to the side last season that now she just runs Catco, and she's in the same position James was in before, where she's irrelevant and doesn't really have a function. I know the video stopped recording, but I'm not going to bother starting it again. And there was a heartfelt moment between Alex and Kelly at the end of the episode, which I think is what they were trying to supplement for the Alex telling Kelly scene, which doesn't count. I had a visceral image in my mind of how that scene was going to play out. She was going to come home after Kara got sucked into the Phantom Zone, and they took care of all that. She was going to come home to Kelly late at night, exhausted, on the verge of tears, and Kelly was going to ask her what was wrong, because clearly something was wrong. And then Alex would just break down sobbing in her arms. And then, between breaths, Alex would tell Kelly that Kara was gone. And then the episode would end. That's all we would have needed. If you didn't want to have to put her saying Kara's Supergirl in the episode, you didn't have to. It would have been implied by that.
And it would have been gorgeous.
And it would have been great. And I literally just came up with that just now. I didn't. I kind of already had a picture in my mind, but I solidified it just now. So, and I am not a writer. But I can clearly see Kyler Lee's breakdown into Kelly's arms and onto the floor. It takes me back to her scene where she kissed Maggie at the bar and Maggie was like, no. And then she went home crying and Kara came to her apartment, came in through the window because Alex wouldn't open the door for her. And then she broke down crying because Maggie didn't like her the way she liked her. It was a beautifully executed scene, beautifully acted, with voice cracks and breaks and all. I felt it in my soul, and so did every other queer person on the planet, which is why they were so attached to Sandverse, because Kyler Lee is a fucking god. So why they underutilize their high-tier actors that they actually have on their show makes no sense. But it just bothers me that we did not get to see that specific scene. Because that's the kind of thing you show. Lena and Alex have routinely been established as the most important people in Kara's life. And to see neither of them have breakdowns about the fact that Kara has been sent to the Phantom Zone, a place that they cannot reach because the Phantom Zone projector is broken, is ridiculous. The person we probably saw the most emotion from in this episode until the final scene with Alex and Kelly was Jean. And it was just him yelling at this guy that they recruited to help them make a portal to get into the Phantom Zone. And it felt forced as hell. It just feels like a massive cheat and cop-out, but granted, I don't know what I expect from the show anymore.